Good morning, all. Today, our topic is code generator. So far, we have seen different phases in compiler design. Those are lexical analysis, syntactic analysis, and semantic analysis. Now, we are going to be one of our topic is intermediate code generation. It is also called as code generator. So, if you want to design code generator, we need to follow some of the rules. Those rules can be called as design issues. The design issues of code generator is there are six different types of the design issues of code generator. Those are input to the code generator. Second one is target program. Third one is memory management. Fourth one is instruction selection. Fifth one register allocation, and sixth one is evaluation order. By keeping these six design issues, we have to design a code generator. Out of the six, the first one is input to the code generator. Code generation is a last phase of compilation process, and code generation accept input from the code optimizer. We know that code generation accept the input from the code optimizer or intermediate code generator. Nothing but code generation accept intermediate code as input. It can be accept the intermediate code as input. The input of the code generator is intermediate code. The intermediate code represents several ways. Here the intermediate code can be represented several ways. Those are the first one is postfix notation. Second one is three address code. The three address code can be consisting of three different types. First one is using quadruple. Quadruple nothing but it can contain the four fields. Second one triple. Triple nothing but it can contain three fields. And the third one is indirect triple. The indirect triple is similar to triple, but the triple address is stored in another triple. And the third one is DAG, stands for directed acyclic graph or syntax. It is also called as syntax tree. The second design issues of code generator is target program. So code generation accepts the intermediate code as input and produces a target program as output. It can be accept the intermediate code as input and it can produces the target code as output. And it can produces the target code as output. So it produces three different types of the languages. The first one is absolute machine language. The second one is relative machine language. Third one is assembly language. First one is absolute machine language. Second one is relative machine language. Third one is assembly language. So the first one is absolute machine language. In this, the program will be stored in fixed memory locations. RAM, that is main memory. In this, the program will be stored in fixed memory locations, that is RAM. It can call as main memory, and the memory location will not be changed. Think that it is a main memory, it is a memory, and these are the memory locations. Here the program will be stored in the fixed memory location, and it is suitable when the program is very small. The absolute machine language is suitable when the program is very small. If the program is very small, so that the corresponding program compile and executed very fast. We know that if the size of the program is small, then the execution as well as compilation and execution is very fast. And the second one is relocate machine code. So it is nothing but object code. Here we need linkers and loaders. We know that what is a linker and what is a loader. The linker links the object code of several programs into a single program. The linker links the object code of several programs into a single program, and the loader loads the corresponding executable file in main memory. It can be loads the corresponding executable file in the main memory. In relocate machine language, what will happen is whenever there is a space in RAM, then the space is used for storing the programs. That is, Nothing but it is suitable for any program, whether it is small or large, irrespective of size of the program. The memory can be used. The third one is assembly language. Nothing but what is an assembly language? Assembly language generates a code in easy manner. It can be convert the input of assembly language into output of machine code. And the third one is memory management. So code generator, whether it is lexical analysis or whether it is syntactic analysis and whether it is semantic analysis, will use the symbol tables. So here the program, we know that a program will be divided into number of tokens. What is the token here? The token may be a smallest individual unit in a program. It may be variable, it may be constant, it may be operand, etc. With the help of symbol table, memory management will be done. Here simply only one thing, code generator uses the symbol table, and here the program can be divided into number of tokens. The tokens is the smallest individual unit in a program. With the help of the symbol table, memory management will be done. And the fourth one is instruction selection. It is very important to produce efficient code. For example, here we are having two examples. The first instruction is x equal to y plus z, and the second instruction is a equal to I plus b. Translate these instructions into we can translate these two instructions into assembly code. For example, if we take the example 1, x equal to y plus z, here we can using the three address instructions. Those three addresses are x, y and z. So here the assembly language code for the above instruction is move y comma r0. The contents of y can be stored in the register r0. Second one is add z comma r0, x y plus z, nothing but add z comma r0. Third one is move r0 comma x. So finally the result can be stored in the register r0. And second one, a equal to a plus 1, move a comma r0, nothing but the contents of a can be stored in the register r0. Second one is add 1 to a, nothing but add 1 to register r0. Third one is move r0 comma a. It can be simply, it can be called, it can be write as increment a. So this is the fourth one. And the fifth one is register allocation. In register allocation, if you want to perform more number of operations and we have limited number of registers, if you want to perform more number of operations and we have limited number of registers, the problem is with the limited number of registers we have to perform more number of operations. So here the register allocation can be done by using two different types. The first one is register allocation and second one is register assignment. What is the register allocation? Register allocation specifies which register contains which variable. For example, we are having two registers here, register R0 and register R1. The register R0 having the value nothing but the register R0 contains the variable BA, and the register R1 contains the variable B. So the register allocation specifies which register contains which variable. Register R0 contains A, register R1 contains B. And the second one is register assignment. It is the opposite to register allocation. Nothing but the variable A can be stored in the register R0, the variable A can be stored in the register R0, and the variable B can be stored in the register R1. Register allocation nothing but register R0 contains the value of A and the register R1 can be contains the value of B. So the register allocation details, For example, if you are having 3 address code T equal to A plus B, T equal to T star C, T equal to T by D. Translate this 3 address instruction into assembly code as this one. Move A comma R0 and add B comma R0 and multiplication R0 comma C, and fourth one division D comma R0, move R0 comma A. Finally, the result can be stored in the register R0. So this is the register allocation. And the last one is evolution order. What is the evolution order? The order in which the instruction executed and operations are performed. the order in which the instruction is executed and how the operations are performed and how the instructions are executed will besides the efficiency, nothing but those can be depends upon the efficiency of the target code. Based upon the efficiency of the target code, the instructions and the instructions are executed and the operations are performed. So this is the uh, code generation. Thank you.